Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast where we reviews movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 774, and as always, this is the Nerd You're Gonna Hear alongside my wonderful co-host, Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to wonderful Monday night.
Monday night, live, early and ad-free over on patreon.com/nerdcore. At the $1 tier, you get this episode live and early before anybody else gets to watch it, along without no ads like the public has to deal with.
No
and
ads,
we're here.
Hey.
We're here to start our zombie month with a George A. Romero classic, Night of the Living Dead. And Brad, how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing all right. Went to work.
Yeah?
Came home. That was about fucking it. I brought work home. So.
You brought work home?
I did.
Damn, that sounds
shitty, right?
Sounds kind of shitty, Brad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
It'll be all right. Because I probably won't be able to get it done during the week.
Well, Brad, I hope you get through it soon.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather do that than like come in on a Friday. So
that is true.
That's what I'm trying not to do. Because I don't want to come in on Friday.
I don't want to call on a Friday.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah. That makes more sense, Brad. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I hope you're doing good, man. I hope you were having I hope you've had a good day.
I mean, it was all right. It rained.
It rained?
Thank God. Like, it hasn't rained really for like 10 years. It feels like.
Yeah.
Finally rained. Last night, so we got a good amount. So we're happy about that. It smelled good.
Yeah.
So applause to nature.
Applause for that, right? For finally
applause to nature for finally, giving us the health benefits of water.
Of water. Yeah. I went to work today, and I just came back from working out. Literally, spoiler alert, guys, I haven't showered. I'm gonna shower after I'm done here.
Bet you that room smells funky.
Yeah, well, it was you drink my protein and then get ready to do podcasts because I don't want
to. Because today, because I have to take the trash down to the road.
Yeah.
So I was glad we started on time.
Yeah. So you're saying that you smell like trash right now?
No. I'm up on the third floor, bro.
Okay.
It might smell like trash on the first floor.
Well, not on the third floor.
Not on the third floor.
Yeah. Oh, what you're trying to say is that you're glad that we started on time because you have to go take the trash out.
Yes. And you know where I have to take the trash from where I'm at.
Yeah, I saw it on Google Earth.
Yeah, and it's not just walking it out like 500 feet to the road.
Yeah. That sucks. Yeah. But hey man, that's just how it is, Brad. Sorry.
That's how it is when you live in bumfuck nowhere.
Yeah. You wanted to move out, further out to make sure that Brenda didn't have to go to work, too far from you.
Yeah. I mean, it was all right with me. It was only an 8-minute freaking drive.
Yep, 8-minute drive, and the trash was collected right in front of your door.
Exactly. It was freaking perfect.
There's your cans in New Mexico again, right?
Yep. Just to Vegas.
Yeah. But yeah, Brad, we're going to be talking about some zombie films this month. Honestly, guys, we kind of threw some shit at the wall and we were like, hey, why don't we do zombies? And I'm like, okay, cool, let's just do a fucking zombie month.
Fucking zombies. Zombies sound good.
Yeah. Zombies sound cool. So, this month
I'm thinking we should do Christmas in July.
Yeah, I'm good off that. I'm good off that.
Why are we watching a Tim Allen movie? What the fuck?
I'd rather not.
I'd rather really not.
Yeah. So, because this movie was released in 1968, I can go ahead and tell you this. This review will start after these words from our sponsors. Today's episode of the Nerdcore is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off your first order with code TheNerdCore. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video.
There's no spoilers. You should have watched it already, which I hadn't. So
Yeah, it's the first time I'm watching it
if
too.
I'm being honest.
Night of the Living Dead is a 1968 American independent zombie horror film directed, photographed, and edited by George A. Romero. Written by Romero and John Russo, produced by Russo Striner and Carl Hardman, and starring Dwayne Jones and Judith O'Dea. The story follows 7 people trapped in a farmhouse in rural Pennsylvania under assault by flesh-eating reanimated corpses. Although the monsters that appear in the film are referred to as ghouls, they are credited with popularizing the modern portrayal of zombies in popular culture. Having gained experience creating television commercials, industrial films, and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood segments through their production company, The Latin Image, Romero, Russo, and Striner decided to make a horror film to capitalize on the interest in the genre. Their script primarily drew inspiration from Richard Matheson's 1954 novel I Am Legend. Principal photography took place between July 1967 and January 1968, mainly on location in Evans City, Pennsylvania, with Romero using guerrilla filmmaking techniques that he had honed in his commercial and industrial work to complete the film on a budget of approximately $100,000.
Oh, wow.
Unable to produce a proper set, the crew rented a condemned farmhouse to destroy during the course of filming. Night of the Living Dead premiered in Pittsburgh on October 1st, 1968. It grossed $12 million US domestically and $18 million US internationally, earning more than 250 times its budget and making it one of the most profitable film productions of all time. Released shortly before the adoption of the Motion Picture Association of America rating system, the film's explicit violence and gore were considered groundbreaking, leading to controversy and negative reviews. It eventually garnered a cult following and critical acclaim, and has appeared on lists of the greatest and most influential films by such outlets as Empire, the New York Times, and Total Film. Frequently identified as a touchstone in the development of the horror genre, retrospective scholarly analysis has focused on its reflection of the social and cultural changes in the United States during the 1960s, with particular attention towards the casting of Jones, an African American, in the leading role. In 1999, the film was deemed culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant by the Library of Congress and selected for preservation in the National Film Registry. Night of the Living Dead created a successful franchise that includes 5 sequels released between 1978 and 2009, all directed by Romero. Due to an error when titling the original film, it entered the public domain upon release, resulting in numerous adaptations, remakes, and a lasting legacy in the horror genre. An official remake written by Romero and directed by Tom Savini was released in 1990. Oh my god, that was a lot to read, Brad.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're in 36 minutes, and of course you already heard up to $125,000 budget on, it made up estimated $30,236,552.
I think this just all points lead to Roll needs to write a horror movie and direct a horror movie.
Like, it's that fucking easy, Brad.
I mean,
how about you try and fucking make a movie, Brad?
I don't know how to make a movie. I didn't go to school for that.
Yeah.
I just do math.
Yeah.
I got property you can make a movie on, though.
I know you do. What is Stacy saying here? We'll be reviewing the Hallmark Christmas movies of all of July. God, no. They're coming for you, Barbara. Yeah, and to save money, actual zombies were cast since they weren't SAG members.
Yep, their membership had their card.
Yeah, it was revoked.
It was revoked, yeah.
Yeah. Brad, I had never seen this movie before, but I finally wanted to watch this since I've heard so many things about this movie. I heard this is the birth of the movie that birthed the zombie genre. So I said, I'm going to bend the rules with this one at least, and I'm going to choose Night of the Living Dead. And...
Well, how have we been in the rules? This is a zombie movie.
Technically, not really. They're ghouls, but...
yeah. I mean, Night of the Living Dead to me, zombies...
But there is a mutation, and they are dead, and they're eating...
But here's the thing, though. This is the foundational zombie movie, right?
Yeah.
So I blame everyone else not following George A. Romero's lead, and then just doing what the fuck they want and being like, well, no, Zombies can't think
Yeah.
until you get to more of the 2000 zombies, and then they're running at you, and then it's just
Yeah.
like nah,
Then you get The Last of Us. Um,
yeah, like
so
nah.
so I have to say, I actually really like this movie. I think this movie is really good. I do have one singular massive problem that doesn't make me hate it, but I think that the pacing really slows down once they get into the house. To the
I can
point
see
where
that.
it's kind of like once they get out the house and they start getting into like the stuff with the zombies in the barn and all that, it's like when it really starts to pick back up. But while they're in the house and they're like talking with these people, it's like movie kind of stagnates. It's kind of stagnant a bit.
Yeah,
But
and people just keep coming out of like the crawl spaces in the basement and everything. You're like, where the fuck were you?
yeah, but I do have to say, it is a foundational film, and I can see why it is the massive film that it became, and I can see how it really spawned the genre that we know now. And man, it's crazy to think that he made this on 100K. Like, it's crazy. It's
I
crazy.
mean, that's 100,000 1968 though.
Still, Brad,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's still cheap for a movie. Like
it's very
in
cheap for a
any,
movie.
it's very cheap for a movie. Which, again, we always bring up. Like, if you want to make a lot of money and don't spend a lot, make a horror movie. Generally,
Yeah, Brad, what is your initial thoughts on Night of the Living Dead?
well, I'm gonna pull this comment back up from Stacy. They're coming for you, Barbara. And I just want to bring this up. Had Barbara just kept fucking running, just just a beeline out of there, like the zombies would have never caught her. She had to stop in. Like, we wouldn't have a movie either, but um, I like this movie. I think it's like it's a foundational movie for horror genre. I agree with you. I think the pacing in the middle does tend to like slow down a little, but I really do like the tension they build in the beginning
Yeah,
because Romero really fucking puts it on with the music. I mean, that is the sound design and the music in this are terrific, and I can see why like your slasher films, your slasher horror films do the same thing. And that's because George Romero did it, and it works. I mean, if you really want to build tension of a shuffling zombie, but if you didn't have music in that, he wouldn't really seem like that big a threat. It's like his legs fucked up. I'll just fucking walk that way. And the shots Romero does, I mean, I can see that takes a little. He's not an amateur when it comes to those shots, so he had a
no,
little bit under his belt before he made this movie. And I think a lot has been taken from this movie in a lot of horror movies, like just some of the shots. And my only question is how the zombies evolved, because in this, like you said, they're more ghouls. How did they evolve from being, like the little girl? She doesn't like bite her mom to death. She like stabs her, and
yeah.
then you have zombies like they like picking up rocks and breaking the lights out of cars. Um,
The film shambles for Day of, Return of, and Shaun of to Walk.
walk. But again, I mean, in realistic, this is the shambling zombie movie. This is the original, and I think in order for modern audiences to actually be scared of these, they actually had to make them smarter, make them faster. Train to Busan,
Yeah,
probably my favorite zombie movie, does just that. But I think you also have to give credit to where credit's due, and that's this movie. Which I don't think if zombies hadn't been portrayed as they were, we wouldn't get those Train to Busans. We wouldn't get that Walking Dead. We wouldn't get Last of Us. I
no,
mean, yeah, I
no.
think I think Romero showed that there is room, and people will pay money to see these kind of films.
I also thought it was really interesting how, like, yeah, he cast Dwayne
And
Jones,
and
and
yeah, and that ending, I think there's more being said.
oh yeah,
Like
there's a
like
lot more being said.
like how long was this movie? An hour 30?
Yeah, an hour and
Hour
30.
hour 36. So that last like minute, I think was basically what Romero wanted to say in the movie. He just put a zombie movie on top of it.
Yeah, yeah. Cause like basically like for those of you who are listening, like what's it called? These people, primarily white men, what's it called? Make it to the farmhouse, and they what's it called? They're like, oh, we have to see if there's any zombies left, and Ben walks into the living room, and they pretty much don't even like
They don't
check
ask
if
anything. They just
they don't
shoot.
ask nothing. They just start shooting.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting because like there's a lot of horror films where black guy is usually the first one to die. It's a really stupid trope, but it's a trope that
which this is
constantly
like,
happens.
yeah, this like, and that was during what, 70s, 80s when that was a
Yeah.
thing. And this being
But here, a
like,
black guy
really
is the
old,
hero of the movie.
yeah, he's the hero until he's just cut down. But by our posse, that's it makes sense. They're going around killing zombies, but that they're not. I don't think they're thinking there's any survivors.
Yeah, yeah. So I thought that was really interesting, and I think I agree with Brad. I think right there that like last scene is what Romero's trying to say in like the whole thing, because the whole film you feel like everybody has their eyes on Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Like even Barbara, like he even tells her like they'll come for us when they see us together. He ain't just talking about the fact that they're both survivors from the zombies. He's talking about the fact that it's a white woman with a black man in what seems to be like 60s America. And
it was 60s America.
60s America, yeah. And so I feel like it's got a lot to say. And when Cooper first comes out, like just that stare he's giving him, that ain't just a stare of like, of like, what the hell? Like you guys survived? No, that's a stare of like, the hell is this doing in my house?
Then you got him yelling at him to open the door when he's like just like outran all these zombies, and the dude don't open the door.
Yeah. And he like finally like what's it called, like clicks in his brain, and he goes and he helps Ben.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's like a really, really good movie, Brad. I do think that the pace does slow down significantly once they're in the house.
Yes, I mean, and because they end up introducing a lot of characters, because I guess you needed it this for like the child, killing the mother. Yeah, I guess she killed the father too, or ate part of the father. I don't know.
Which, by the way, I'm glad that it wasn't Romero who started because I feel like all these zombies films after, they just like the people turn like immediately after, and with that little girl, she didn't turn until for like a bit.
Well, that's the thing though, is like these zombies still had like a thinking capacity. Like you had the ones breaking the car lights.
Yeah.
And you had her that she didn't like bite her mother, she like stabbed her to death. So I don't know if that's trying to say like she had it out for her mom or what. Yeah, and then Stacy. So what's Stacy? Sort of a strong statement to lead with, then to turn to a message about consumerism and Dawn of the Dead.
Yep. But man, I think it's a really good movie, Brad. I really do think it's a really good movie, and the prosthetic work is pretty damn good too. For a movie with like made on 100K, prosthetic work and it all looks pretty damn good.
I wonder though, just when he cast these people as the zombies, like zombies was I'm not thinking zombies was really a big thing before this, right?
Nah.
So my wonder is, I'm wondering if a lot of these people like really had no idea what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, because remember, Brad, before this, like the massive thing that horror is like known for is these sci-fi horror like little books that people are reading. Now a lot of people are making, these type of films, and like Romero comes in here and he makes this like massive statement saying like we can make horror films about like the dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I just imagine myself like 1968. Romero's going casting all these people to be zombies, and then he's having to explain on of them how to be a zombie because zombies aren't a thing.
Yep.
And I'm just trying to figure like how do you explain that to people? How do you be like, I want you to act dead and shuffle? What?
Yeah. But it works.
Oh no, it
And
does.
Michael Jackson was inspired.
I mean, I still even a shuffling zombie. When you put like 200 of them bastards together, that's still scary.
100%, Brad.
Yeah.
100%. Um, what any other thoughts, Brad?
I gotta say, again, I like to state that I think the music and the sound design kind of make this film,
Yeah.
along with the shots. Most of all this is good, but like you said, the pacing issue, kind of when they get to the farmhouse. But I mean, that music just keeps the tension going. And I thought there's some music in some movies where I'm just like, I wish this would stop. But really, this one really
Yeah.
brought up the tension, and I'm glad he did that because I think of a lot of horror films like I really do like the Halloweens or Jason, his movies. And I think without that kind of music to put tension on, those movies would fall flat. They'd be more of a comedy, I think, than like a actual horror film.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jason X was a comedy, though. I'm going to throw that out there. Jason X was not a horror film. That was straight comedy.
Fuck Cooper, man. That guy. Look, other than Barbara, like I think that guy is what really fucks it up for everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, like again, Barbara, you could just beeline out of there. Don't stop at no damn house. Just fucking go. Like as far as your legs would take you. Also, I just want to bring up the car they were driving in the very beginning was either I think a 66 to 68 GTO, Pontiac GTO, and they crashed that bitch into a tree.
Yep.
And I got beef with Romero on that because that car be expensive nowadays.
Oh, massive. Yeah, massively expensive.
Yeah. So I got beef with that, but I mean, I guess if you're buying them for pennies back in the day, whatever.
Yeah.
That was probably George's personal car. He's like, yeah, crash into a tree. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Aim for the center.
Yeah. He's like, fuck it. What's it called? We got the barn.
Fuck
fucking
it.
crash my car.
Fuck it. This movie's gonna cost me nothing. I'm gonna make $30 million. Ha!
Yeah. We're gonna be able to make all the sequels we want after this. But I think it's a good movie, Brad. I thought it was really entertaining. I thought it was a really interesting, start to this genre that that a lot of films have borrowed from, and a lot of films have tried to replicate. And I can say that a lot of them can get to what Romero did in this.
And a lot of films fall short on what he was able to do in 1968 with a bare bones budget and trying to tell people who have no idea what a zombie is to shuffle like a zombie.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and give Night of the Living Dead a 8.25 out of 10. I really enjoyed it, and I really liked it, and I will definitely try to get this on 4K from the Criterion Collection because they got a cool couple amount of special features here. And yeah, don't worry, Stacy. We're going to be watching Dawn of the Dead in 2 weeks, so get ready for that. Brad, what is your final verdict?
I'm going to go a little higher than you. 'Cause again, I always give a little more credence to the foundational. There's a reason that it's foundational. And I'm going to give it an 8.75 out of 10.
All right. Not a bad score. Not a bad score at all. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what the next movie is like. I know it's not gonna be like following the same characters, so I'm just like, okay, I want to see what else is there to tell. What type of story is there to tell with this next movie?
Yeah, I mean, and again, I'd like to bring up that this movie actually had a message. It's just there was a zombie movie put on top of it.
Yep. So, with that said, that does conclude our review of Night of the Living Dead. As always, keep up to date with us on nerdcore.com, Twitter at the Nerdcore, Instagram at the Nerdcore, Letterboxd at the Nerdcore, TikTok at the Nerdcore, Patreon.com/nerdcore, Discord Discord link is in the description below, where you can talk to us about this film or any film during this month. Of course, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss a single video that drops on the channel, and make sure you're leaving a 5-star review and following us on your favorite podcast app of choice. All of that helps us out massively, and it would be much appreciated. Of course, we want to thank our wonderful supporters, our wonderful subs, our wonderful followers, everybody. We love you guys, but we also want to thank our Patreon supporters, because they're amazing, and we love you guys so freaking much. We love everybody.
But we love Stacy the most because he actually chats.
Yeah,
I'm just
we love you all.
Yeah.
Brad, tell them about our executive producer Shane, who just tied the knot recently.
Oh, congrats, Shane. You
He
can
didn't listen
follow.
to this shit.
Nah, he just pays. You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/xsrk or on Twitter at thrifted.il, or go buy something from the Subby God at dpop.com/Prison City Vintage. Before we get out of here, Stacey had a last message. 1 out of 10, no Pedro Pascal, no Andrew Lincoln, not a Zack Snyder in sight.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
With that being said, we will
that's an
see you
opinion.
all for a very special review of Paddington in Peru Thursday on the Patreon, and everybody else gets to watch it on Saturday. But for now, I'll catch you guys later. Brad, send them out of here.
All right, Raul, the main host as always. Thank our listeners out there, Patreon supporters, all those who join us in future chats. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, and we appreciate each and every one of you. And to end this episode, I'm actually going to have Raul end this by saying our favorite Walking Dead line. You know what it is. Carl.
Carl!